Welcome to Homemaking with Mima. My name is Wendy, and in today's video it's going to be a day in the life, and I'm going to bring you along with me. So in today's video it's going to be multiple days put together. Everything I have done that I'll be doing: canning carrots, canning potatoes, making homemade mashed potatoes for the freezer, I have done before. I'm going to leave those videos in the description box below if you want to see more detailed. I am just bringing you along because I need all of them. So here we go. All right, I am going to start peeling these potatoes, and I always do it in the sink. It's just if I'm going to do large amount of them. If I'm just going to do a few, I'll just do it over the garbage can, but this just is so much easier because you can just let the peelings fly into the sink. There is 5 pounds of carrots. I did get these at Walmart. They're pretty scrawny looking, so when I do can them, I'm only going to take the good portions of them to can. When you can these little things like this here, yeah, I don't want to do that. I'll just cut these off and use it as fresh eating. So we'll see how much I get out of this 5 pounds. And of course, dishes. I didn't do dishes last night, and so I have those. And then I have a crock pot meal. In the crock pot, I used my canned products. I'm making a beef stew. I'm finally using up that packet of beef stew. And so that's in the big crock pot here. And then all my canning stuff that I just used. So that's what I'm going to be doing now, is the dishes again. So now I'm going to do the potatoes that I'm going to can. I like to use golden potatoes or Yukon potatoes. I thought I got a bigger bag. This is only a 3-pound bag. That's not going to be enough for me to do a canning session in this. So I am going to use some of my russet potatoes to substitute for it so that I can get a full canner of potatoes canned today. It is the next day. I am going to be doing the, what did I get here? 10-pound bag of russet potatoes to make freezer mashed potatoes. I am completely out. When I went to my freezer to figure out what we were going to have for dinner a few days ago, I noticed I had a meatloaf in there, and I thought, usually with meatloaf I have mashed potatoes. Well, I didn't have any done. So I didn't take the meatloaf out. I figured, okay, I'm going to run to Walmart and get potatoes. And then I figured I needed to get some more canning done because we were in need of it. You see me, I did the canned carrots and the canned potatoes, so we have more on the shelf that should get us through, because soup and stew season is pretty much over. I made my last stew probably till this, next September maybe. So here we go, enough talking. I am just going to get them peeled. I'm going to wash them, cube them up, get them on the stove, get them cooked until they're fork tender, and I'll just bring you along for that. If you want a more descriptive, if you want to watch my video on making homemade mashed potatoes for the freezer, I do have a video out there. I'll put it in the description box below. I won't be doing much talking on here. I'll just be bringing you along. So let me get this done because I got to get it done. You may notice that I am peeling these potatoes with a paring knife. I do not like peeling potatoes with a peeler because potatoes throw off starches and you get coated with starch splatter. I don't want that. Not only that, if I did do that, I'd have starch splatter all over here if I did it here or in the sink. So I always have peeled my potatoes with a paring knife. So the mashed potatoes are done. I am going to let them cool before I get them into the containers, and then I'll let them cool even more before I put them into the freezers. But this is it. So I'll have mashed potatoes. I'm assuming I'm gonna get 3 good meals out of it. We will see. But now it's time to just let them cool, and I'll bring you back when I'm ready to get them into the containers. To help with freezer burn, I always put a layer, I try to anyway. I'm pretty good at remembering a layer of saran wrap. And I just try to cut it the best to size and then just kind of tuck it in like that. I do the same thing with my cheeses as well, because you'll get crystallization and then that, creates freezer burn. So I try my best. This is going to last us, it's going to be 4 meals. So it's going to last in the freezer up to 3 months, but I can see that it'll be gone before then. So when I got the carrots and potatoes so that I could do my projects, I also got an extra bag, organic small bag of carrots for fresh eating, and an English cucumber. So I am just gonna cut these up and we'll have some fresh vegetables for eating. So that 2-day project is complete. I've got canned taters, canned carrots. I made up mashed potatoes for the freezer, and I showed you how I prep them for the freezer. I also have fresh carrots, fresh English cucumber for fresh eating for us for the next week. And during all that, I also made some homemade fabric softener. And I didn't show that. I have a video on that. I will leave that in the description box below. I will also leave the canning videos of carrots and potatoes in the description box below, a more thorough video, and also the mashed potato video as well. So all of that will be in the description box below if you're interested in watching those videos, which are more thorough. I'm tired. It's 2 days of it, but it's done. Okay, it is done. I've got 4 sides here, mashed potatoes to go with meals. We were completely out of carrots, canned carrots, because we ate a lot of stews and soups and that, so which is good. That's why I can them. But I wanted to have some to just bring us through the summer in case we do decide to have a soup or a stew on a chilly night. And the canned potatoes, not only do we use them in soups and stews, but my husband also likes to drain them and make fried potatoes out of them for his breakfasts on the weekend. So yeah, I'm tired. I have a mound of dishes to do. I'm going to show you that. I want to thank you so much for joining me in this 2-day venture. If you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and if you are subscribed, hit that notification bell, and that's going to prompt you to new videos coming out. And I want you folks to make it a really great day.